I'm going to now create a translation using constructions in a translation vector. The first thing we must do is to place our compass point on the endpoint of the translation vector and open it up wide enough so that it's going to intersect the arrow point of the translation vector. This does not need to get directly at the end of the arrow as long as we're consistent, which we have to be considering we're using the same measurements. Now, from each vertice, we're going to create an arc. We need to remember where each arc lands because we're going to have 3 arcs drawn. So there's my first arc. My second arc is going to intersect, so I just have to remember it's the top one. And then my third arc. Okay. Now what we need to do is to take each point and place the compass point on the points of the triangle. We need to open up the compass so that it intersects the endpoint of the translation vector. We're going to use this distance to then create an arc from the other endpoint of the translation vector or the arrow point and draw an arc. So there is my first point of intersection. Now from my second vertex, which I chose to be this one, oops, I'm going to then open it up so that it intersects that endpoint. And then from the arrow, we're going to draw an arc that intersects it, which is right above where our original arcs intersected. So we just have to be careful to remember that. And then for my last vertex, I'm going to do the same thing. This one's going to have to squeeze way in. And then I'm going to scooch it down just because of the fact that we're at the top of the screen. Okay, so now I'm going to line this up a little bit better and see if this intersects. Just a tinge more. And I think we're good. There we go. And now again, from the end point of the arrow, going to draw an arc. That lined up beautifully for me, which is nice. Okay. And now we have where each new vertex needs to land. So using my line segment tool, I'm going to create line segments that connect each intersection to each other. And that's going to create my new translated figure. And now we've created a translated triangle using a translation vector. Now notice how they do overlap a little bit. That's because it's a very small distance up on the incline here you can see. So that's why they overlap.